Hello students, welcome to my channel Science No Problem. My name is Tish Kumar Sharma and I am teaching you science. So my dear students, like our previous videos, this video is also going to be very informative and very useful. So please watch that video till end. And my dear students, the only request to all of you is to like, share and subscribe our channel to motivate and support me so as to bring you far more useful and far more informative videos in future as well. So my dear students, without wasting any time, let's start our today's video. So before we start our today's video, let's take a quick recapitulation of the work which we have done in our previous video. So my dear students, in our previous video, we have actually studied the occurrence of carbon element, and I had told you that carbon element actually occurs in two states, free state and combined state. So we have discussed this in detail in our previous video, and then we also discussed about actually tetravalency of carbon. That carbon has valency of carbon is 4, and which is quite large, and this is also tetravalency of carbon is also responsible for actually carbon to have so large number of compounds. And we also discussed about the unique property of carbon, that is catenation or self combination. So this is actually unique property of carbon by which it is able to combine with itself to form a long chain of carbon atoms. So my dear students, this property is unique property of carbon shown by the carbon actually atom. So this also actually is responsible, this property, due to this property carbon has large number of compounds, and it's actually its small size also responsible for carbon to have very stable actually compounds. So my dear students, all these things we have discussed in our previous video. So if you have not actually if you are new to this channel, then please watch our previous videos also. So our today's topic is actually so based on our previous 2 or 3 topics. So I'm giving you some questions to solve. Question number 1 is, write the electronic configuration of carbon. Once again, write the electronic configuration of carbon. Second question is, what are the 2 properties of carbon that led to the formation of a large number of carbon compounds? My dear students, I am repeating this question. What are the 2 properties of carbon that led to the formation of a large number of carbon compounds? Question number 3 is, what is the unique property of carbon? What is the unique property of carbon? And question number 4 is, what is the valency of carbon? So my dear students, these are very simple questions, and I'm sure that you are able to actually answer all these questions. And if you are not able, then please watch our previous videos attentively, and you will be able to answer these questions. So my dear students, actually our today's topic is organic compounds. So we have actually discussed about organic compounds in our previous video also, but today we will write its definition with examples. So organic compounds. Organic compounds. My dear students, let me tell you that this definition is very important, and question on this definition has been asked in actually CBSE exams many times. So please actually learn this definition. Organic compounds: the compounds of carbon the compounds of carbon excluding oxides of carbon, that is carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, and metal carbonates, for example calcium carbonate and sodium carbonate, are called organic compounds. Are called organic compounds. So the compounds, compounds of carbon excluding oxides of carbon, that is carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, and metal carbonates, which are actually calcium carbonate and sodium carbonate, are called organic compounds. So my dear students, actually carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, these are not actually organic compounds. These are, as I told you in last video also, that these are inorganic compounds. Although they contain carbon, but they are inorganic compounds. Always remember this. Similarly, metal carbonates, these are also not organic compounds. These are actually inorganic compounds of carbon. So please remember these things, very very important. And this definition, my dear students, is very very important actually. Many times this has been asked in paper. So then apart from carbon, most of the carbon compounds contain atoms of elements such as hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, halogens, phosphorus, etc. So my dear students, actually organic compounds not only contain actually carbon, but they also contain actually atoms of these elements such as hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, halogens. My dear students, halogens are actually chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine, etc. So these are called halogens. Please remember this. And phosphorus, etc. And organic compounds are actually covalent compounds. Organic compounds are covalent compounds. Please remember this. I have I had told you that covalent compounds are those which are made up of non-metal and non-metal, which are made up of non-metals only. For example, we will say that, for example, CO2. So this is covalent compound. Why this is covalent? Because carbon is non-metal, oxygen is also non-metal. So actually compound made up of non-metal atoms only. So they are covalent compounds. Now my dear students, actually organic compounds are actually covalent compounds because carbon actually forms covalent compounds and covalent bonds. And my dear students, let me tell you that the melting and boiling points of these organic compounds is they have generally low melting and boiling point. Melting and boiling points. So why they have low melting and boiling points? Because of covalent bonds between the atoms of these compounds. Because covalent bonds are not as strong as ionic bonds. You must remember this. Covalent bonds are not as strong as ionic bonds. So therefore, boiling points and melting points of these organic compounds are low. And the second thing is that most of the organic compounds do not conduct electricity. Now, you know that because when they are actually dissolved in liquid or in water, so they do not dissociate into ions. So ions are not formed, and ions are actually a carrier of current. So if current has to flow, then ions must be there. So because ionic these covalent compounds do not dissociate into actually ions when they are melted, so they do not conduct electricity. After that, uh, we have vital force theory. So my dear students, earlier it was thought vital force theory. Vital force theory. So my dear students, earlier it was believed, it was thought that actually organic compounds are formed inside living things. For example, plants, animals, human beings. So inside their bodies, actually organic compounds are formed. So this was actually earlier belief. And uh, uh, it was also thought that it is the vital force which creates actually uh, it was thought that it is the vital force which creates living things, and that vital force also creates organic compounds. Again, it was believed that there is a vital force which actually creates all living things, and the organic compounds are also created by that vital force. So that was earlier view, and this was actually taken for granted by the then our scientists or chemists who were working in this field. So, my dear students, this actually view gave a huge setback to the progress of our organic chemistry. Because this thing was taken for granted that organic compounds cannot be formed in laboratory. But when urea, which is an organic compound, when this was actually formed in laboratory, so after that, this theory was rejected, and after that, many compounds, organic compounds, were formed in laboratory, and even at present, more and more number of organic compounds are being actually formed in laboratory. So, my dear students, uh, this was our today's topic, and this is all for today. So I hope that you understood what I taught you today. And if you have any doubt, so please write in comment box, or you can watch the video once again. And if you like our video, then please like, share and subscribe our channel. And thank you very much for watching this video. So keep watching our channel, keep learning and keep growing. Good luck.